So I've just left the yard and I decided to do country lanes back home because I've forgotten something, what for a change, so I'm just going to have to nip home again. Luckily we're north of the yard and I have to pass by home again. Anyway, Range Rover Vogue thing in front of me just come hurtling by me, give it a big old handful as he come past, and I think that may be its last handful that one's going to get. Smoke was booling out the back of it, and it's not looking too good now because that's smoking coming from the exhaust, I'll tell you. That smoke is coming from up front. So I think he's damaged that bad boy. You can buy these over here, such as England, pretty cheap second-hand ones, you know, 10-year-old things. They go for, oh my god, we're really going now. Oh, glag, 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 glag. You fuck, no, you, I feel sorry. That's such a, yeah, that's done. That's toast. I don't think he's on fire. No, he's not on fire, so we're right. That's not his good day, is it, that? Yeah, you can buy them things cheap. Like in England, but over here parts for them are absolutely ridiculous. Any imported vehicle into the States, your parts are going to be really expensive. I think they're a nice car, you get a lot for your money, but boy oh boy, that'll be scrapped now. If he rebuilds that, it's going to cost him more than the car's worth, which is sad, isn't it? Anyway, there was other things I was going to tell you, I forgot. So this is setting off 3,000 miles. It is now Monday, Steve. It's Monday, 3 o'clock. I've got my 3-hour time difference. As you know, I go through 3 different mountains. Look absolutely gorgeous. Look up yonder. Look at them. That's Mount Baker up there. Look how pretty that looks today. See it better when we come round here a corner. Look at that, beautiful. We haven't been up there this year, probably will next time I'm home actually. Yeah, so I had 3.5 days at home, so I had a nice bit of time at home. Got plenty done. I always like it when I get plenty of stuff done when I'm at home. Went out Friday night, met with some friends I hadn't seen for a while, and then on Saturday went out as well for dinner, and that was good. Did plenty with the Bean. Obviously the Bean was with us, and the family obviously didn't go out on my own, with the family, and we did a lot. Got some yard gardening done and stuff like that. Remortgaged the house. Well, not remortgaged, we've changed mortgage company, so that's saving us a bit of money, and done quite a lot. So I always feel good about that. I feel shitty if I end up going back to work and I haven't managed to do anything. You know, if the weather's been bad or something like that and I hadn't managed to get the lad out or do something, but we've had some quality time, and he's getting better on his little bicycle. Hopefully the stabiliser will be coming off soon. I promised him he can have a motorbike as soon as he can ride without the stabiliser, so that's giving him a big incentive to ride without a stabiliser. Steph thinks I'm mad, my mother thinks I'm crazy, you shouldn't be having a bike, but there you go. Never too young. Anyway, so, yeah, 3,000 mile trip, this one. I have to push it the first day, like I've said before on my last trips. Ideally, I need to get into Montana, that's about 500 miles, so I know it's going to be a late one tonight. Push, nice and late, and well, not nice and late, but the thing is, it's not as though it's a surprise, you know, it's not as though, oh, bloody hell, I've got to do a late one. I know I'm on a late one, so I had a lie in this morning. It's all about preparing yourself as well. If you know you're going to do a late one, just have a lie in a bit longer and stuff like that. Be relaxed, get set up, don't do anything silly in the morning, so you're going to tire yourself out, and then crack on. You've got, you should be able to do it pretty easy. The only thing is as well, I think the clocks go forward. Oh wait, January, February, it's March, beginning of March the 8th. I'm not sure if the clocks go forward. They go forward into spring, back into winter, summer, forward into, I don't know. And if that's the case, I lose another hour. Now 4 hours might not sound a lot to lose, but when you think about it, 4 hours, when you're going across country fast, that's when it quite affects you. It's not so bad if you're doing it in 5-6 days going across, but if you're doing it in 4 days and hitting it hard, it doesn't affect me because I'm running this obviously totally by the E-log. I'm not exempt on this, so thus meaning my body clock is going to be all over the place. I'm still going to get 10 hours off every night. Got to have the 10 hours off obviously, but so you're getting plenty of sleep, but it ends up your body clock's all over the place. So and that's another reason to set yourself up. Know how far you're gonna get each day. So work your miles out, 3,000 miles. You know, you've got to do a bit on the first day. Plus, the other problems is over the west side of over the west side of America. Once you get past well, anywhere down Morris, Illinois, Iowa. Iowa's okay because I've got Iowa 80 truck stop, which is huge. I can park there. But to be able to get there on my third day, I've got to do quite a bit of crack of the whip today. Otherwise it's too far to, you know, in your each days, you know what I mean? So I must get either just after Iowa 80 on the third day, and so on and so on, and then it makes it a lot easier. Plus, my last day, Friday, I have to get to my destination, because once I get within 100 miles of New York, especially with working late, all the car parks are full up. The parking is a nightmare on the east side, it really is. Parking is very, if you are parked up by 4 or 5 o'clock, it's like in England. There's not a lot of parking places. So I'll be working later because my clocks, I'm losing all the hours. I have to get to my destination because I know I can park in there. Because once I get 100 miles west of New York, the parking will be an absolute nightmare. And then once you're on there all the way in through New York, there's going to be just nowhere to park or anything like that. So you've got to plan it out, so you know you're going to get there in your one shift sort of thing without having to stop. Obviously there's sometimes things happen along the way with the snow or bad weather or accident or something like that, and it's going to hold you up. But if it doesn't, the plan is I should be able to do it. And until I hit New York, I haven't got really... Chicago's a bit messy sometimes if you hit it at the wrong time. But apart from that, I've got Seattle that I'm going to hit at rush hour, but it won't be that bad because I turn off just before I actually get right into Seattle. I turn off east to go over the 90. The pass is open, so I don't have to go all the way down to Portland this trip to get out of the state, which is a bonus. Saves me 200 miles, and so I'm running all the way down that way. But yeah, so that's the thing of it at the moment. A bit further down we get a different view of Baker, or is that the sister? No, that's Baker there. A bit further on you got the Three Sisters, or is that Baker to the left? I don't know. Stephanie's probably correcting me right now. I think that might be Baker to the left side there. And that's the big ski resort, and then you've got the Three Sisters here or further down. I'm pretty sure that's not. I'm pretty sure that's Baker in front of me. I'm waffling now, aye? Too much tea, maybe. There you go. That's the view of the. That's the Three Sisters peaks there. As we come along, and that's Blue Mountain Grill. In there, get quite a few bikers in that bar there on during the summer months. There is a viewpoint, for some reason there's a viewpoint a little bit further up here. It's prettier coming the other way actually. You get to see the mountain a lot better, a lot clearer. But there's if you come there was a viewpoint, but they've blocked it off, I think, just a bit further up here. Don't know why. There's a little parking area, and I'm sure I saw a sign there the other week, and it said no parking now, which is no good. All these little side roads up here are logging roads, such as this one here on the right, and that one on the right. This is where they've only freshly logged those. So they'll build the trail up there, up over the top of the mountain, log all so far up on the top, replant and stuff like that. And a lot of the clearings they'll sell then. You'll see a lot of the logging trucks. Here's one coming out as a nice Kenworth there. They start early and finish early, so he'll be probably on his way home now. There's a good view. Look at that cracking view. It's beautiful, isn't it? Isn't it pretty? That's where snow should stay, on the top of the goddamn mountain, not down here. Yeah, this is the parking area, but it says now, no parking at any time, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. Some dumb idea why they've done that, I don't know. But I think it'd have been better just to maybe put a time limit on it or something, 15 minutes or something like that, not no parking altogether. But hey ho, whether police would actually do anything about it or not, so probably one of them spotty pricks in an office who doesn't actually come up and down the road decided that I don't want people stopping there. Cock. Anyway, yeah, all these little bits up off the top of here are all logging trails, and then they'll sell the land off. People will put a house up there or something. They might not have electric. They might a lot of them will run off their own generators and stuff like that. But there's a lot way back into them woods you'll find. Pretty cool. So you can see by the big wall of snow, this is like I said on the way down on the other video, the amount of snow is record amounts they've had up here for God knows how many years. Apparently it's dumped. But one Snockholme, so this is yeah, about record amounts. You have a look at this. It was dark when I come down the other day, so you couldn't really see. I can't remember if I videoed it or not. I don't think I did actually. But check out that bad boy. Look how nice and clear the road is. Absolutely spot on. Dirty snow now, that one, isn't it? It's about time it started to go. Snock Summit, there, that's better, I can say that one.
Turn right on Washington 906.
Yes, I hear you. Let's have a look in here, I'm going to go make a cup of tea.
Turn right on Washington 906.
Look at that.
In 1/2 mile,
big oil
turn
there,
left on East Summit Road, then take the first right.
Can we get turned right?
In 1/4 mile, turn left on East Summit Road, then take the first right.
It's a big old lump, is this lot, isn't it? We'll have to do the backy up bit. Beep, beep, beep. As you all know, I'm an expert at the reversing. Not, oops, there we go. That's alright, plenty of room at this one. Wow! Oh, where have you gone? You took a hit! You're saved, you're alright, you're alright. We're still there. Let me get down there. Frighten this car that we're coming up a bit close to. Oh, now he's flapping. Big truck coming at me. He's having a flappy attack in this car. They're funny, they'll stay there until all of a sudden they realise you're there, yeah. Hi, I've seen you. Get all flappy. This is funny. Funny how some markings on trucks are similar to UK ones or Europe and stuff like that, of different paint jobs as well. That Cool Pack, that always reminds me of Cool Solutions. And theirs is spelt with a C, but it's still the same colours and shit like that, you know what I mean? Look at that big old oil wall there, man. Well, good morning, a bit croaky. Good morning to you all. Here I am in Idaho. I didn't get on as much as I wanted to last night. There was a shitload of roadworks as you're coming out of Washington to get into Idaho, and it was just all backed up. I was losing too much time, so I stopped just near the state line there. This is a lake river that's called, I haven't got the clue, so should we just call it Big Lake? This is just into Idaho, top, very top corner of Idaho. Really pretty. Something else is that, innit? One I definitely put on the list to explore is that one. So yeah, I didn't get on, like I did mention yesterday that I wanted to push on and get over the mountains and stuff like that, but I was just losing too much time sat in the traffic, so I just backed it up and called it a day. I had me 10 hours off, shot up this morning, and here we are. And the weather forecast is looking good all the way across, so I know I can make my time up. I got 400 miles in yesterday, so you know, he wasn't too much of a slouch. It was all right for not setting off for half a day and get me 10 hours back. But it is 9 o'clock now in the morning on the Tuesday morning, so that's, you know, that's like midday. 12 o'clock gone over in over the other east side, so I've got to kick it a bit. So next stop now will be not until I hit Huckleberry Milkshakes. That's where that'll be next stop, definitely. I've got me little mountain passes here to go over, like you've seen them before. This is Little Mountain Pass, we'll call this one. I haven't got a clue what it's called, but it's not so much. You won't sling chains on this one. Well, I've never done. I've never seen a chain. I don't even think it says chains on this one or anything, so this isn't too bad. Then we've got 4th of July and then over Lookout Pass that takes me into Montana. So once I get over them, it's happy days and light it up. And then we get the speed limits up at this 75 now, or 70 in 70, I think, in Montana. So it's 65 on here. So you know, I can do some big miles today. I'll be well into South Dakota. Plus, I don't have to stop for fuel today. I will tomorrow, but today I've got enough to carry me right over. Where will I get? No, I ain't gonna get. I'm probably only just gonna get into South Dakota. Hopefully, if I can do that, I won't make Sturgis. That's about 800 miles, something like that, I think. Yeah, it'll be about 800 miles. I'm really hoping we're out the other side of winter, but I said that a couple of years ago and I came back off holiday and ended up slinging chains again. It was like, what the hell is going on here? And when all the traffic's calmed down now, I'll get away from the west and it gets a lot better and nicer, and stretch your legs and send it on. Chains, we don't have to carry chains. Obviously this is leading up to 4th of July. Got ice on the, yeah, still got ice on the river, on the lake. Is it ice or just bog and shit? Maybe it's just sludge. It's not very warm though. It's only 3 degrees, the 3 degrees. But who cares when it's lovely and warm out there? It can be whatever temperature it likes. I can set it to whatever we want in here and look out on that sun. And a clear road. Equals one happy trucker. Here's a little bit of Vernon advice. Right, it is 9 o'clock in the morning and it's now 0 degrees centigrade, 2 degrees centigrade, sorry. So that's just above the freezing, yeah? But don't take all this sun and everything like that. Sun is your enemy at the moment. Look at that little wet bit you've got going on there. that was in the shade not so long back, only a few hours back before the sun come up kind of thing. So that temperature down there wouldn't have been, well, a few hours ago it'd have been below freezing up on this here mountain. So as you hit these shady bits, just beware. Once that sun's got on those bits, that's turned it into black ice then. It's thawing out, it's getting all slippy, slidey then. So, you know, you've just gotta, you can't totally relax and think, oh yeah, the sun's out, let's light this thing up and get through here. It ain't gonna be happening. Well, you can, but if you want to slide off the road, that's entirely up to you, you know, but that's going to cost time. Time is against the truck driver all the time. Time is the truck driver's enemy. The pendulum, tick-tock, 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 swinging backwards and forwards. You're always fighting against that. Even if you've got time, you seem to be fighting. Well, I do, because I always want to do something else that takes up my time. Just beware of them little thawing out bits until we get a bit further out of the winter. Because it is easy to forget and look at your temperature. Whoa, look at that big old control going on there. Holy macaroni! Ho, ho, ho. We've got them bad boys in, haven't we? That one's not usually open. I haven't taken a picture of me bills. You've got to take a picture of your bill of lading and put it into your e-log. I haven't done that. Oops. I best do that in a bit. I've got a scale into Montana. I better stop before I hit the scale in Montana and get that done. Just reminds me. Just keeps them off your back. It's, you know, it's what's the point of not doing it? It's a 2-second job, you know what I'm saying? It's not exactly difficult. Check out the amount of snow we've got here then. Just look at that on top of that building there. That is a lot of snow, is that? That really is. It's all come off the top of the roof now. Hopefully it's all melting slowly, but God, they've had record amounts this year. They really have. No time for skiing today though, hanging about. Let's crack on. This is just over Lookout now. Just into Montana. I think at the back here you can get out on your skidoos, the ski-mobiles and things like that. There's a trail out the back there. I'm not 100% sure. That's the first rest area on the 90s. You drop down off the hill into Montana. Next stop, Huckleberry Milkshake. And here's one for my buddy Ned. I'm just running into Montana now. I know Ned Kelly likes the Montana. So this is a beautiful run. This is on the 90. There's a rest area. I've done a video before. I don't know if I have on the new camera or not. There's a little rest area that I stay in sometimes on here. I can get there in one shift from home, which is quite good. It's, what is it? I don't know, I'm round about 30s. There's no services there or anything like that. Well, actually, there's a hole in the ground toilet, an outside John thing, but apart from that, there's nothing else. It's just a scenic little rest area. And if you walk down the bottom, there's a beach and everything. It's quite cool. I take my chair down there sometimes in the summer and just chill out down on the beach, have a bit of time off, and that is nice. It is really picturesque. I haven't fished this bit, though that might be on the agenda this year. Have a little look down there. There's that one back there at 30. You can get down to the river there. I go paddling in this river in summer. It's don't expect to be getting hot. None of your rivers are going to be hot because obviously it's mountain stream that it's coming off. So you can swim in it. It's not bad, you know. You get up to your bollocks, you got past there, and you're happy days. But it is. You don't want to be jumping in there. Not a man of my age, anyway. That's for sure. Steady away as you go in. We passed the scale. We didn't get a stop. We got a green light, so we just lit it up through there, which is nice. Because I'm running light. Oh yeah, let's talk about the load. I didn't load this load. I think Jake loaded it, but I'm not sure. If Jake loads it, I've got a lot of confidence in him. You know, he loads them well, puts the bars in, nice, everything like that. But sometimes you just don't know if somebody else has gone and loaded it for me, if it's a new driver or whatever. So it's a good practice to have a little look in the back. On this one I can't because there's a big old seal. But majority of fridges, reefers, will have a vent at the back. Pop the vent open, have a little nosy in there. You can see where whether the bars are there or not. Shiny torch, you can have a look. Whatever, you can just work out. If it hasn't got any bars on it and it's already sealed, well, you shit out. You either complain and get the bars put in and get another seal, or you just crack on. I would just crack on in hindsight and just take it steady, drive accordingly to there's no bars in the back. This load I can afford to go around the vents pretty quick and light it up a little bit. No silliness, it's a bloody truck, not a racing car, you know what I mean? But it's not like produce, fruit or anything like that, where it's loaded right to the ceiling, right to the roof. And it's going to wobble about a bit in the cardboard boxes, so you can't really afford to go with a top heavy load too fast around the corners. You're going to get the automatic brakes going on, and you're going to maybe get yourself into a little bit of trouble. I mean, you'll probably break the wing mirror or something like that. But if you like this is only like chest high, and that's chest high to me. The pallets, so, and they're nicely spread back and everything like that. So I know it's a good load. It's planted on the ground. It's nice. I'm only running about 30 ton. Look at that, best shake ever. Huckleberry milkshake. I missed it last time coming by here. Yeah, you can. So you know you load. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Is have a look in the back if you didn't load it. Have a Gandhi at the load. See what it's loaded up like. See what you've got in there before you start doing any heroics with it or anything. Have a look at your sheet. Have a look what weight you've got in there, and then go from there. You know what I mean? You can usually tell when you set off what weight, but you can and you can't really. We're only running at 40 ton gross. So at 30 ton gross, it's nice. It gives me the edge on the hills and things like that. You know what I'm saying? It gives me that little bit extra to get up there over the hills a bit quicker, come down the hills a little bit quicker. I did stop there, and saves a bit of time. Running light like this compared to running full loaded, I probably will save over the whole of the journey 4 hours. Now you might think 4 hours, that's not a lot, but it is. 4 hours is 4 hours, you know what I'm saying? There's 1 of ours set up on the...
Then take the third left.
Don't want to take the third left. I want my Huckleberry milkshake. Junction 30 something this is you want, off the 90. 33 or something like that, I think. Did that white car come here before me? After me, yeah, there it is going. Maybe you should pay attention. You stay there, missus. Big truck coming at you. Big wheels. Now, should we go in the... That's where I park, there, because these are no 18-wheeler parking. Ah, he's cheating, he hasn't got full... Not because it rips the car back up, that'll be why. But we have Vernon Park.
Turn right on Tiger Street, then take the first right.
This is definitely a cool spot. You get a lot of these dogs like that you'll see hanging out the back of a truck. I wouldn't dare trust Dudley to do that. He'd probably just jump out and run off. Holy cow, that was some ass. Sorry. Stop it. God, anyway, time! Oh my God, I don't know if the camera caught that or not. Oh, stop it, stop it, stop it. Must go, as they say in Russia. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, here it is, here it is, here it is. Has got to be living the dream. Huckleberry milkshake, Montana, beautiful mountains, a river running down the side. Don't get much better, does it? I don't think I know anywhere that's much better than this. Look at that speed limit, 70 miles an hour. Hell yeah! Like that is nice to think I'm out the other side of winter. I think I've counted my chickens before the hatch, does they say though? But let's bloody hope not. Let's hope not. It has been pretty hard, even though I've only slung chains up once up to now. I feel as though the last couple of months I've been on the snow quite a lot. I was. So what I have my other 3 years out here, 3 other winters rather. Or is it 2 other winters? No, 2 other winters. 4 times first winter, 5 times last winter, and only once this winter. Work harder. No. What is it? What is they say? Work smarter, not harder. There you go. Basically, reading the weather a lot further in advance and pushing on when I can do and stuff like that. Getting over mountain passes, not hanging, dragging the dog out and things like that, getting over them, and then it's not having to swing the chains as much as being one way I've been doing it without a doubt. And plus of quite a lot of the time I've been running with the covert exempt thing, E-log exempt, so I've been able to just crack on where I wouldn't run out of time. This is a horrible reminder every now and then. You see, I don't see a great lot of wrecks, to be fair. That it's real. People don't make it home all the time. Still always fucking upsets me to shit. Can you see that? Oh, fuck. That did not good. Good morning. So here I am. I'm just coming. Just done a little bit of Wyoming, the top, and I'm just coming through the little village here now, and the weather looks like it's about to start change, which isn't very good. So I was looking at the trucks coming towards me. They've got a bit of snow on them and stuff, so we have a quick look on the satellite. That's me towards the up there. We have got a shit show of a storm, which I didn't really check the weather, did I, or anything, as I was coming across. I seem to have let it lapse a bit, thinking that I was out of the winter and stuff like that, when obviously we aren't. I could have gone North Dakota if I'd have seen this storm was coming through and missed this, but never mind, it's too late now. There's 2 lots of storms there. I think the second one, I'm going to stop for a shower and fuel up and what have you when I get onto the 90, back onto that. So hopefully I'm going to, the other one should have blown out the way by the time I get back on the road again. So I'm going to hit a little bit of this and be parked right in it when I'm fueling up by the look of it. So it'll be what it'll be, that's for sure. Here it comes. The good thing about where this storm is hitting in South Dakota and what have you, it's relatively flat there, so I won't be slinging chains or anything like that. There is one big long downstretch thingy, but that's about it. Look at that. You notice that on the cars over here. the rust, because they use salt on the roads. You won't get it over our side because they don't use the salt, but it's like the old cars of England and stuff all rusted up and stuff. Level, was it? Level crossing. Oh, shitty, you've got a shitload of snow on there. So you will get the big freeze as well over here. My God, the temperatures drop round here. It's not so bad at the moment, it's only 3 degrees, that's why we're getting the snow. When it freezes, it plummets. I was in Sturgis one night, because I usually try, it's usually 2 shifts from there if I set off early enough. I can do Sturgis in 2 hits, and you can park right in the town. If anybody's watched my other videos, you'll have seen that, where I park in the town and that, right in the centre. And I got in there one night about 9 o'clock, 8, 9 o'clock, and thought I'll go have a beer and something to eat. Got out of the truck, only made it to the first street, and it was bloody freezing, man. I think it was down at minus 18 or something like that. So it wasn't super cold. I know you've all heard colder than that, but the wind chill was horrendous. It was evil. It was just biting into me. I turned around and went back and thought, stop that, I ain't doing that. The snow, the joys, the joy. So I'm 1800 mile, bang on the button. Here's one my good old CB friends might remember. We've still got, where is it? Where's the shop? We used to have these in England. Where is it? Past it. It's a bit further up. The shop, Radio Shack, that's it. Radio Shack. When CBs were all of the rage, 80s and stuff like that, we had Radio Shack in England. We still have the Radio Shack out here. And the other one was Tandy, I think, that had all the CB gadgets and stuff. Here's where we go, off left here, and then I join back onto the 90 again. This is the 212 cut through bit. Saves me 50 miles up, and saves me running all the way through goddamn Wyoming. I say goddamn Wyoming because in winter they don't seem to do a great lot with the roads. If it ends up going all shitty, it's just basically ta-da, you're on your own. Which is a big old long stretch there as well. You've got other than then it's quite open and it gets very harsh as the weather through there. Running's on your left, that's a good little outdoory do-it-yourself clothing, whatever, farming equipment stuff. They have cowboy boots and jeans, they have all a lot in there. I need to do some cowboy boot shopping, I think. New cowboy boots. So out of the shower and I'm still in the stall. It is getting a bit better, but this road surface through here, through South Dakota, is pretty shitty really. It seems to hold the water on it, which I've gone halfway across here before, and I've done nearly 150 mile on black ice. It's been really a shit show. Was this last year? Yeah, last year it was. It was horrible, it really was. It was alright the first part. There's a bridge you go over and you go up this big old hill, and there's a rest area on the top of the hill. I forget the name of the place now, and from there onwards the weather just changed and it was just sheet ice. It was 40 mile an hour, 30, 40 mile an hour all the way across, because I won't stop. If it can keep going, I'll keep going, even if I'm going slow. Like I said before, any forward motion is better than no motion to me. Some people park up and just weather it out and sit there. I'll just keep going. And just tiptoe along, basically. Obviously, if it gets really bad, I'll stop. But I've managed to. There's only been once a couple of weeks ago, New Mexico, because they shut the road down. But apart from that, I've managed to keep it going. Anyway, so the great thing about the satellite, watching the satellite weather, obviously I can see where I am. Absolutely fantastic modern technology. So I know I'm not going to be in this shitty weather forever. I'm going to be out of it in an hour or so, and hopefully back onto a bit of fine weather. I'm keeping a real close eye on my temperature. You've got to keep an eye on that temperature, because I've seen temperatures drop 10 degrees within the space of a mile. Boom! Like the drop of a hat, basically, along here. Now, if you get that, and there's standing water on the road, it's going to be a bit dodgy on there. It's going to be a bit naughty. So, you know, you've got to keep a close eye on that temperature. It's hovering between 0 and -1 at the moment, so we're all right at that. And then another thing as well, as you can see, there isn't the traffic on here to be keeping that road that warm. If it does all of a sudden freeze down, you know, if you've got high volume of traffic, it's warming up the road a little bit more. So you've got a bit of an advantage there, but not on this. Which, this storm is blowing up and away over the top of the Great Lakes. So I'm quite happy about that, because I'd rather have it here than when I get round the Great Lakes and things like that, because that is treacherous round there. When you get down bottom side of Chicago and coming down around Gary and round there, it's Lake Michigan. It's just fucking horrible. I've mentioned before, somehow it picks up to the clouds, picks up all the moisture from the lake, and then dumps it down on the road. Once it gets to hit the land, boom! And all of a sudden you've got black ice everywhere, and it is fucking, believe you me, it's scary biscuits, is that. You don't want that, but it is what it is. So this is where I usually make time up, and because it's 80 mile an hour speed limit through here, but I ain't doing 80 today. There's quite a bit of a side wind as well, and so I'm just pottering along 70. I feel comfy at this, so I ain't going flat out. I'm still going to make my time, hopefully. Which, you know, saying that, the weather isn't that bad, is it, when you look at it? It's not as though I'm fighting with traffic either. I've got plenty of room to wiggle about if I want to do a little bit of a dance. Not that I want to. Dancing with 18-wheelers is not good. Gets your heart all of a flutter. Somebody was asking me what, let me have a look, what weather app I use, which I can't remember, you know. What is it? It is, get off there. The weather app is called My Radar. There you go. Don't forget as well, I did have the windscreen wipers frozen up. They started to freeze up because I didn't have the blower blowing on the windscreen, or windshield, whatever you want to call it, the glass bit at the front. 5 minutes of not having your wipers on. I have Rain-X on my window. I clean my windows with Rain-X, so you can go quite a bit and the water will just slide off the sides. So if you can do that and you don't have to stop, leave your wipers down on the bottom, get that heater flat out onto that windscreen, and within 5 minutes you can have your wipers pretty clear again, depending on how cold obviously the temperature is. Well, it seems to work today anyway. Never over -10. Use your, I found -7 and shit like that. Use your water washer, your washer bottles. Even with some of that shit in, I've tried all sorts of different washer fluid. I find the one that works for me best is Walmart's, -20 I think it is, something like that. But that still doesn't work, that isn't very effective after -10. You know, you spray that at -10 centigrade outside, and you're going to end up with looking out of a windscreen like in a toilet. You know, and that ain't a good thing when you're doing 60, 70 mile an hour. It's, I've done it once, but never again. It scared the bejesus out of me. It's like, what the hell? I had a little bit in the corner I was peeking through, and obviously you lost the road. It's like, fuck, flip, flip, flip. You need to slow down. This is the fourth now, I think, that's gone off. Luckily, they've all been set up right. That's been dropped on its side. No, he's not. He's on that one on its right. Must have been a shit show overnight last night, I think. Because these have all happened last night. Or those this morning. Oh, must have been in there. No. So steady away, tiptoeing across. I wish people had stopped going off the road. General rule of thumb is you stay on the road. How about? Why are we all parked there? Well, that's awkward to sleep. So another one's, at least they're upright. That's the main. That's quite a severe drop down there, so I was lucky for him. Definitely lucky. Well, lucky, but not lucky, if you know what I mean. This is getting to be a bit silly now. This has got to be clear up from last night, because people can't be going off the road in this. Yeah, this is just all last night's debris. Stop going off the fucking road. Well, them socks didn't help, did they? He tried to put his socks on to get him, or he had his socks on before he went in. I don't think much to them. I don't know. I've never tried them. You get a few people like them and say they're good. You've got a sock instead of your chain, your snow chains. You have this snow sock, which is basically like a Hessian bag, sort of, a bit thicker, and you just chuck it over your tyre, tuck it on, elastic at the back, no chain, no weight or anything like that, and away you go. Apparently they don't last very long, and they don't look to me as though... I think you can only go real slow with them, about 30 mile an hour as well, which once I get them chains on nice and tight, and I've stopped and tightened them, I do send it on a bit with them. Them socks, I don't know. A bit of quick fix just to sling you over the mountain maybe, but they're bloody expensive. They're not cheap, I think. I think I saw them about something like 500 bucks or something like that. 600 bucks, something ridiculous. Crack on! And another one. That one wasn't so lucky. Fuck. A fucking hurt. Shit, this is bad. I've never seen it as bad as this coming down here. Oh, bejesus, this is not good today. We're still alright, we're still at -1, so it's not too bad. The road's nice and clear, so steady away, like I say. Steady a day finishes the day. Steady away finishes the day, or whatever the saying goes, I don't know. Well, that wind and I've picked up now. Oh, it has. Matey slowed right down in front of me. It was going at a good old pace. But that outside lane keeps getting quite shitty of a little bit, so I don't really want to pull out and sacrifice myself. Get myself into that outside lane, all of a sudden it'd be sheet ice on there, and then my arse will be doing the 50p, 5p, 50p thing again. We don't need that. It's not something I like, the golden rivet pulsating as fast as my heart. It's not something I relish the idea of. So we'll just plod along behind him, I think, for now. Hopefully I shouldn't be too much further out of it. Huh. I've been saying that for the last hour or two. So it isn't that bad at the moment, but every now and then I keep losing the outside lane. I just managed to overtake something on a bit of a clearing without doing the pulsating rivet thing. But obviously we've got a shitload of collection of trucks. They're all still sat in the trucks. It's pretty pooey out here at the moment. My problem is as well, if you can see there, I'm right in the middle of that clusterfuck right there. And well, I'm more towards the right hand side rather now, just in that little opening there. I really wanted to stop for some dinner. I'm getting quite hungry, and but I know if I stop, the problem is I'm only doing like 60, 70 maximum now and then. It's sometimes down to 50, so I'm not getting through this nearly a 200-mile radius of this storm. It's probably moving like at 40 mile an hour. So that's moving at 40 mile an hour. I'm not making much headway to get through it, to get in front of it. So if I stop now, I'm going to be stopped for half an hour or so. I'm going to be halfway back into that bloody storm again. I've got 189 mile, and then I turn basically straight south, which will get me well away from it then. So I'm hoping it clears up before then. I managed to beat it. But just what it is, isn't it? We ain't going to change it. Always think it could be worse. We could be stopped still. We could be digging out. I could be like mateys back there, stuck in the middle, twiddling their thumbs, thinking that was a bad idea. Some shit weather. Oh my god, I definitely would celebrating a little too early, wasn't I, before I set off again. Oh, we're out of the winter, yay, I'm saying, and I'm like, oh, you fucking idiot. Spoke too soon, far, far too soon. God, this does drag this. This is dead straight for what? 350 mile from when I jump back on, maybe more. Cruising along at these speeds, it's dragging. Not so bad when you can kick ass across here, 70s and 80s and stuff. It's happy days. Mile munching, making the money. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Road looks good now though.